If one group know all about being in a boy band, it has to be Boyzone. Having spent 6 years in the UK charts, tonight I'm at their concert and I'm actually backstage at the Point in Dublin, which is one of the venues that they have played more often than any other group. Male dancers, that won't be them. That gentleman, he's not in Boyzone. They're around here somewhere.
Larry, yeah. 2 MTV Awards need to go in there. Didn't they say that I would make a mistake? Didn't they say you were gonna go?
I caught up with the boys just before they went on stage, and if you believe the rumours about them splitting, this could be their last ever interview. So have you been amazed at your own success 6 years on?
Yeah,
Did you ever think it would be this big?
It's fairly special to stand out there after, what, 7 nights we've done already, and to think of 2 more, 9 shows. Nobody has ever done that in this country before. It's unbelievable.
I think we've been so busy over the last 6 years working that we 5 didn't really see how big we were getting.
We've made a mark in Irish music that will never be changed, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we have a plaque on the wall outside this gig to say we've done these 9 shows. They want to make wax models of us up in the wax museum, you know. Boyzone will be etched in people's minds as long as pop music is mentioned in this country.
It's just unbelievable after everything that we've went through as a band, and 6 years later fans are still really enjoying our music and still liking us as individuals and still supporting us, which is, you know, more than we could ever ask for.
So Ro, at the tender age of 23,
Indeed.
You've been doing this for an awfully long time.
22.
22?
Maybe 23 when this goes out. Yeah.
If there's one thing you've learnt in this whole being in showbiz, being in the boy band, what would it be?
I've been very lucky to learn a lot and to keep a very open mind in the last 6 years. The one thing I definitely learned was to enjoy myself and to enjoy the business for all that it gives, you know, and all that it has. We started off as a boy band 6 years ago with Love Me For A Reason, and we grew as songwriters, we grew as people, we matured as people, and we learned how to write songs, we learned how to get involved with the production of music, and learned how to do interviews better and to be more human and to be more natural in interviews. And it all just gradually comes. Like, there's guys you see coming into the industry now in bands, and they think they can learn all of this overnight. It takes a long time. We're still learning. There's so much more that we have to learn, and we're looking forward to doing it.
You're listening to 2CR FM, just reminding you that you could be in the next big boy band. You could be famous. See you at the auditions at Jumpin' Jacks at midday.
Blimey, now this lot are in Bournemouth to audition for a
Bit of talent, just a little bit, would help.
Every boy band you need a Robbie or a Ronan.
You've got to eat the right foods and get enough sleep and try not to drink too much.
It's got to be personality and character, I think.
Probably last on the list comes singing and musical ability.
But it's not always the amateurs who get it wrong. But you were a cheesy boy band.
Yeah.
Do you remember So Good?
I remember the worst record ever. Yes, we hate it.
We're gonna be so good. Like only we could.
And the video. Do you remember the video?
Yes.
I mean, it's like all of you in a row doing the dancing.
Like Egypt.
Performing it was terrible. It was tiring. The routine was like really full on, and not one of my favourite Boyzone songs anyway, put it that way.
Well, we want to stay well away from that, basically.
In part 2, breakfast with 5, jokes with Westlife, and gossip from Point Break, Hit or Miss.
The movie?
No, the boy band.
Oh, I've never heard of it, sorry.
You've never even heard of them?
No.
How cool is that? Booyah!
Scary, isn't it?
Your back, you know, and it hits you. We really don't. I really don't think it's touched us yet.
You are in what is considered the most successful band in the UK. You co-manage the bands who ultimately are going to knock you off your mantle.
Yeah, I think Westlife will take what Boyzone will leave behind, definitely, for now.
Yeah.
You know, Boyzone are going away for a while. We're going to all pursue individual careers. It's something we want to do as individuals. It's a challenge. It's something new and fresh. And Westlife will fill that void, I suppose, in the industry. They're a very talented bunch of guys. You know, they have a great hunger for the music. They're nice lads when you meet them, and they've got it all. You know, as long as they keep their feet solidly on the ground, and that's one of the most important things, also, which I didn't mention. Keeping your feet on the ground is the one thing that people will always respect in this industry. And when you start to lose your head, forget about it. It's over.
Now, you can't say it, but Westlife are probably better singers than Boyzone, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you think that has made a difference in making Westlife so big so quickly?
I think Irish charm is very important to both bands. I think that's one thing they have on the British bands. They have Irish charm, and they're easier to work with, and they like working, and they meet the fans an awful lot, and I think they give the fans a lot more time than the American bands or the European bands.
I believe in angels.
Friend, it was Ronan in Boyzone, and in Westlife it's either Shane or Keane.
So if Shane in Westlife came to you now and said, I want to make a solo single,
yeah,
what would you say?
I tell him to forget about it, man. Please, you know, if Shane would never do it, not now. Maybe one day he will, but I think, well, I tell him, you know, come on, you've plenty of years left, like as I have too, but you need to make a name for yourself in a band called Westlife. That will be one of the biggest pop groups this world has ever seen. Yeah. You know, believe me, they're going to be up there with the Spice Girls, this band. I know it, I believe it, as long as they work hard.
Hello! Right now, Westlife are taking on the world.
You know, and without taking certain risks in life, you just never know.
The average life of a boy band is 5 years, and you've already outdone that. What do you think has been the thing that's kept you all together as mates? I mean, you haven't sacked your manager, you haven't, you know...
Naturalism, really, you know. Yeah. It was something that we all wanted to do. And obviously, over the years and working intensely together, sometimes there were disagreements here, there, whatever, but we were all professional enough to know that we didn't allow that to interfere with our performances and with our work, really, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's how we maintain to stick together, a professional attitude.
But to keep on the track to success, do boy bands, as we're so often told, have to keep to strict rules?
Basic rules, yeah. I like them to be nice to everybody. I don't want them behaving like pop stars. I don't want them getting drunk. Drugs is definitely out. You know, I like them to hide their girlfriends if they have to.
There's no getting away from it if a delicious member of a boy band running around with their pick of the best.
Like, we're not telling the press that we don't have girlfriends, and we were always honest. And anyone that knew us, like yourself, who's been with us for the 6 years, and we've been doing stuff together, we've always been the same. Well, we like to think we've always been the same people to you and acted the same way, and after the show we could go out for a beer or whatever it may be. See, except for him, he's changed.
For us to think about getting married or settling down or having children or anything like that is like silly at the moment. But definitely, I think a lot of people...
Really, and if you can possibly eliminate one of the problems, it's infinitely better if you do that.
Perhaps Stephen Gately has changed that.
Incredible support. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know which way it was going to go, whether it was going to go negative or whether it was going to go positive. And I, you know, always think of the worst. But I was blessed. I'm very, very happy. I've got tons of letters and I've been reading most of them. I'm trying to get through all of them. Just to say thank you to everybody. You know, it just couldn't have been a better time for me. And I think people just generally see me as me, as the person I am, not whatever else. They see me as basically Stephen Gately, and that's it. And, you know, that's what I want people to see me as, and want them to hear my singing, and they enjoy my singing or performing, and then that's incredible as well. That's brilliant.
That's all that matters now, no matter.
At the end of the day, it's a person's personal life, and it's nobody else's business, unless they choose to be open about it themselves. And at the end of the day, people shouldn't interfere with that.
That's all that matters to me.
Despite their troubles, boy bands have dominated the charts for the last decade. But with more and more
But no, definitely, I think, why not?
The whole success of this boy band thing, do you think there is still life in boy bands?
Absolutely. I think I might even do another one.
No, really?
Yeah, next year, yeah.
And what will, again, Irish?
Irish, talented, great singers, nice people, good lookers, great dancers, hard workers.
Is that the key?
Yeah, without a doubt.
The five of us have always been the people we wanted to be, and because of that, we're still here after 6 years, getting on and doing and selling 9 sellout shows in the Point Depot, and talking about after these solo projects coming back and doing something together again. It's something we want to do, not what some record companies telling us to say. The funny thing is, people say, "Are you breaking up? What's the big mystery?" You know, when we're breaking up, we'll tell everyone. There is no mystery. You know, there isn't.
About the boy.
Now, Rhoda, this is an outfit.
And I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy.
It's a bit small. I reckon this must be Stevens. Look at this ditty, I can tell.
Ashamed of it, but must admit the sleepless nights.
Sometimes because sometimes
At a certain point, and during our stay in the venues, 6 years later, Steve still is not professional enough to switch off.
Take a hand, Andy.
All right, brother.
Andy. Good luck.
Oh,
Thanks very much.
Young again, and all because I'm
Bye, bye.
about
Andy Peters, News at 10, Dublin.